I'm thrilled to tell you a little bit more. It's really real for me right now because some of you might become part of the pioneer cohort. We're looking to launch this coming fall, in the fall of 2020. So this is part of sharing the word about this program that we've been developing. Now, I won't share a rationale, but I do want to talk about 3 different things about the UWC movement to kind of talk about, for 50 years, UWCs have been doing UWC things, and all of us are here because we're passionate about what that means, about the way people have come together. But the specific way that we come together at UWC, what was come up with about half a century ago, and that was a really different world. And the way that we educate was made to be relevant to a world that had been at war for 50 years. So in the kind of Cold War logic of bringing people together for peace building and peacekeeping is how we built the UWC educational model. It's now 50 years later, and the world has changed in important ways, and some things are still really relevant. But certainly the idea of the climate emergency, the idea of the climate crisis has climbed to the top of our priorities. So the question that we were asking ourselves is, how do UWC stay relevant globally as a form of education to respond to the current need of global youth to become educated, to become connected? So the question that drives me is, how do we educate the global youth leaders for the next 50 years? How do we future-proof your skills and competencies and networks so that you can make a real difference that matters in the world on this really important issue? Sometimes we see that sometimes students used to do a lot more before they came to UWC, kind of took a pause to focus on their academics and said, well, I'll go back into it after I finished my university, after I got a master's, after I got a PhD, after I done a postdoc and an internship and done my beginner's career, and then I'll get to sit on the big table where I can make a real difference. My friends, I just don't think we have time for that. I think you are ready, and I have great confidence looking at not just the big tables at COP, but the thousands of frontline communities doing real climate action all around the world, that you are ready to participate in this work. And it's about giving you the skills and competencies and networks to do that. So that's why we designed this in part. We hope that you will find your place and power in the ecology of climate action solutions, and that is my hope for you too.